Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, week number 3. I have deemed it the throwback week. Welcome back to the rabbit hole and welcome to the final video in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sales. I actually kind of love this upcoming week. I'm not kidding about the throwbacks, you'll see what I mean throughout this video. There's definitely a lot of classic products in this video, but I got to thinking about it, and I think this is a really good call on Ulta's behalf. Let me know if any of you relate to what I'm about to say. So for this past week, I have absolutely thrown myself into nostalgia. I'm listening to old music, I'm watching old movies. I think something happened in the past month where, it's just everything that's going on in the world has been going on for so long, right? I think I kind of snapped in my own way in that I just kind of want to remember simpler times. ColourPop knows this. It's why they're coming out with that Lizzie McGuire collection, and I think Ulta knows it also. I think that's why this is a very strategic week. How'd I do, by the way? Do you get what I was trying to go for with the look today? I think the hair is wrong, but the lipstick, the plaid, perfect. You all know what we're here for. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. See, told you, I was not kidding. We need an updated version of that song for 2021. My neck, my back, I'm in a lot of pain. Do we have anything for that? We can seriously get into the deals, starting with Sunday, March 28th. We have Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel, will be $19.50. So I have tried this. It's a nice basic cleanser. This works alongside their cleansing oil really nicely for a double cleanse, and Dermalogica's been at it for a long time with that system, way before double cleansing was popular, at least in the US. Another good size also, 8.4 ounces. I have noticed over the years that cleansers have become smaller. It is much more common to find a full-size 4-ounce cleanser than a full-size 8-ounce cleanser. Have you all caught on to this? It's not just that prices are dropping, sizes are dropping also. 50% off the MAC Fix Plus. I used this again today, and it's so funny. I see why this was such a classic product. It was a really fine mist at a time when mists weren't that fine. So it's really nice for melting together all of your blush, highlighter, bronzer, or just using it as a primer also. But now that I used the Glow Recipe watermelon mist that I talked about in my haul, it's just so fine compared to this that it might be a little hard for me to say, hey, it's great. What baffles me about Fix Plus is I remember so well when everybody was spraying their brush with this, and I don't get it. To this day, I do not understand that. It's a really nice face mist. Why would you use that for your brushes when much more inexpensive products do the same thing? I never understood that. I will always recommend this for brushes, but yeah, Fix Plus, it's a good product. The Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser. So I'm actually wearing this one for today's video. This is the shade WN04, which is supposed to be a neutral, the shade Bone. It's a little orange. I think it works great for the authenticity of this look, but it reminded me that Clinique's foundations often went a little orange on me. It's alright though. I actually do like the shape of the wand. It's a little bit wider, so it actually applies the right amount. And then you also get a little eraser portion, which I wish popped out. That's my one gripe about it. I wish you could clean it outside of the tube. I think it's all right. I don't think it's something that you need to rush out and make sure that you purchase, but it's all right. 50% off Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer and Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Booster Serum. So I tried Juice Beauty ages ago, as I've said in so many videos now. I did have a good experience with the brand, but not a good enough one to stick with the products. Also, definite allergy warning on Juice Beauty, since they are a much more natural brand. I don't think they'll work for everybody, but they did go just fine for me, so I understand why people stick with them. I think if you enjoy the brand, grab them in this sale, grab these products, some of the most popular products. But yeah, I wouldn't, if you're not using the brand, I don't think you're missing out on anything. Monday, March 29th, 50% off Perricone MD High Potency Classics Face Finishing and Firming Moisturizer and High Potency Growth Factor Firming and Lifting Serum. I am so amazed by how often Perricone MD is at 50% off or more. We talked about Perricone MD in week number 1. I hope you all saw the links that I had below in the description box. So he does use DMAE in all of his products, and I think that's really the superstar ingredient in his products. I know I get a lot of questions about the growth factor serum. There's not a ton of research around growth factors. They may help out your skin, but I think the real star ingredient is, of course, that DMAE, which is, again, a bit of a controversial ingredient, but one that I think you will see results from. Oh, speaking of Mario Badescu, we have some select kits. See, the Spritz Mist and Glow set, that's actually a really good deal. So that'll be $10.50 for 12 ounces of mist. Now here's the catch, and I always gotta make sure I'm clear about this one. I do not view these as skincare products. They're real underwhelming as a toner or as a facial mist, but they work so well for intensifying your eyeshadow. If you spray your brush with Max Fix Plus, you are wasting so much money when this does the same thing. You just need a little bit of water and humectant to bring out that color, and that's exactly what you get in these mists. So that is what I recommend these for. We also have the Take It to Glow 2.0 set. So this is a little sampler set with the Enzyme Cleansing Gel, the Witch Hazel and Lavender Toner, facial spray, hyaluronic dew cream, brightening mask. They're really small sizes though. We have a Diamond Platinum exclusive of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Setting Powders. I've never tried the loose one, but I actually did try the pressed translucent setting powder. I'd say it's okay. It was a little bit too stark white on my skin, so I'm not entirely sure about this being truly translucent. It may be better if you have a lighter skin tone. The loose powder is probably a completely different experience. I've noticed this with pressed powders. They seem to kind of give off more of the color that you see in the pan, whereas loose powders are often much closer to truly translucent. Then we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I know a lot of people use this. It is definitely a stronger clear brow gel. We have some online-only skincare here. We have let's see, from Teamy Blends, we have the Green Tea Detox Mask and the Facial Scrub. I did try the Detox Mask. It's fine. It's fine. For $15, not a bad choice, but a little bit too drying for my dry skin type. I ended up trashing the rest of it. We have the Beekman 1802 Milk Drops Probiotic Ceramide Serum, which does sound quite nice. Ceramides, bifidoferment lysate, squalane, antioxidants, honey. It looks really nice. Oh man, I'm so tempted to get this. I've decided to push back my Beekman 1802 review because I've gotten mixed feedback about it. It seems like some people aren't that interested in this. And what I'm really hoping to catch is a little sampler set. I'd love a sampler set, but I'm not going to lie to you, this is very tempting. Of course, check the ingredients for allergies since it does have a lot of plant-based ingredients, but I gotta admit, it does look really nice. That looks like a great formula. The Carez Greek Yogurt Foaming Cream Cleanser. I actually got a sample of this from Sephora. It is nice, but I just checked the size on this to see if my suspicions earlier in this video were correct. And indeed, 5 ounces. That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I remember it being a nice product, and this is why it was so funny to do those ranking videos. I'm telling you, I don't understand why some brands just are kind of in that forgettable category for me. Carez has to do something to get people to get more interested in their brand, because I actually think I did like that. I've just forgotten about it, you know? Jane Iredale Just Kissed Lip and Cheek Stain. Have any of you received the little tiny samples of this from Ulta? They have the tiniest samples in the world. Perfect for a dollhouse. I liked it though. It's a little bit more stiff, so it doesn't deposit a ton of color. Basically the opposite of the fresh lip balms, we'll say that. But yeah, they're nice. Tuesday, March 30th, we have 50% off the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil line. I was just thinking about Bare Minerals the other day. You know what's so funny about Bare Minerals? I think if you exclusively watch YouTube, especially if you're Gen Z, I think you could easily think that Bare Minerals is, well, like, what's Bare Minerals, right? I've never heard of them, but I'll tell you what. Bare Minerals was a very successful brand that really did have good products, and I think what stood out the most about them was the experience of going to a standalone Bare Minerals store. I feel like if you're Gen X, you are the group of people who understands what I'm talking about the most. I'm a millennial, and I remember my friends' moms being super into Bare Minerals. My parents were older. My dad is actually silent generation, to give you some concept here. My mom is a boomer, my dad's silent generation. But yeah, my friends that actually had, their parents had them at a younger age, they loved Bare Minerals, and I know why. When you went into the Bare Minerals store, you would have an employee dedicate their time to helping you find the perfect products. And this meant so much to people a couple of years ago in ways that it's not even that necessary anymore. If you go into Sephora these days, especially if you're a millennial or Gen Z, you know what you're looking for. You had YouTubers walk you through everything, right? And I kind of feel like this is part of why dead malls are a thing. If any of you followed the dead malls videos, I absolutely love Dan Bell's channel. I feel like it's so sad to see those, especially because I do remember when malls were thriving. But yeah, what's the need to go into Sephora and have someone teach you the basics of eyeliner when you can learn anything you need to know from YouTube? So this is all to tell you that Bare Minerals really had it down at a specific time in the past, and because of it, I actually think they will always have a following. Because even if this may seem like a very foreign concept to young people, that really meant a lot to people back in the day. Imagine if instead of Jaclyn Hill teaching you how to apply your mascara, eyeliner, what have you, instead it was a real person teaching you in the store. And that's what Bare Minerals did. Anyway, we have a lot of good options from Bare Minerals on this day. I only have left my pressed, the Bare Skin Perfecting Veil. I bought the wrong shade of this. It's much too cool toned for my skin, but I gotta respect that, especially considering the time this came around. I feel like there were a lot of the really orange foundations at the time, and they came out with good, cool options. We have Skin Iceland yet again, some of my favorite products. I hope you all know, buy these at 50% off. You never have to pay full price for these. The Hydrocool Firming Eye Gels, I've talked about these so much on this channel. They're kind of sticky, and I actually really enjoy using these when I'm doing eyeshadow looks. I stick them on under my eyes, do my eyeshadow, they catch all the fallout, they smooth out my under eye while I'm doing my makeup. Yeah, that's what I love to use these for. But as I always emphasize with these, I think they're much more for smoothing than for brightening. They really smooth. They smooth your under eye. Follow with an eye cream afterwards. That's what I do. As for the dissolving microneedle eye patches, I do like these, but here's the catch. I almost put up a video on this yesterday, and I ultimately talked myself out of it because I realized that the vast majority of people who stumbled upon that video would not like what I said. So I bought a lot of these in the last sale. I'm almost out of what I bought, and I don't think I'm gonna buy this particular product again, even though I've really enjoyed it. Bear with me. It's the same delivery system that I was talking about with Zitstica, where it has those dissolving microneedles. The thing about it is I feel that it doesn't do a ton for directly under my eyes. I see what it does on the edges of my eyes though, right around here where I kind of have a little tiny bit of fine lines. So what I started doing with them was cutting them in half so that I was getting more bang for my buck, since I didn't see anything going on here, but I did here. And then one night I took the two halves and I stuck them on my forehead, which is really where I see the most fine lines because of my expressive face. I was gonna post it, I didn't, so instead I'll just insert that clip into this video so you can see what I saw. And so because of that, I actually kind of talked myself out of buying more of these and decided I want to try, hold on, Peace Out. Peace Out has these retinol patches that are also microneedles that are specifically made for your forehead. I think it'll be a better fit. It should actually end up being about the same price in the VIB sale. So that is actually my plan, is to try those instead based on the results from these. Does that make any sense? You see why I didn't post the video? I was like, this is just confusing. How do I explain to people, well, I bought this, but I think I'm gonna buy this next time and I'm gonna show you why. Imagine the hate that I would get. So anyway, I hope I explained that clearly enough. I think that, here's what I think with the microneedle idea. I think if you find the right ingredients for you, I think it can be game changing, but if you already have a system that is in place of that, it might not do as much. I suspect that's why I don't see that much from the acne patches, and yet I do see more in terms of anti-aging. It's because I focus more on acne, to be honest with you. Acne is a bigger issue for me in the immediate future, so I think that's why I actually do see results from the anti-aging style microneedling patches. Hopefully that all made sense. If I ever say something that doesn't make sense or you want more clarity or more explanation, please know you can leave a comment. I try really hard to answer every question. Okay, 50% off the Beauty Blender Dream Swirl Blend and Cleanse set. Have we ever had beauty blenders in the 21 days of beauty? This is kind of tempting because it is really cute, and Beauty Blender it's a good product. It's a good product. I think I'm ultimately not going to get it because e.l.f.'s Total Face Sponge works so well for me. I think what it comes down to with beauty sponges, I think there's a lot of different options. They're all slightly different, and I think we all gravitate towards the one that, fits our preferences the best. So for example, when I was wearing higher coverage, I really liked Juno's sponges because they're that velvety texture, they retain the coverage. Whereas if you like a very light coverage, I'd recommend you the Shop Miss A sponges. Those kind of absorb a little more foundation, but they do leave a beautiful end look, very light coverage. Beauty Blender and e.l.f. are both kind of in the middle, and that's the thing for me. Ultimately, e.l.f.'s prices are so good, and also there's an e.l.f. sale going on right now. I posted it to my Instagram. Don't miss that. There's some good sets in that. But yeah, I mean, if you love the Beauty Blender, by all means, grab it in this sale. I do understand. It's a good product. 50% off the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte Blush in Bronze. What's the deal with Nude Sticks? I feel like I hear controversy around them, but I don't. Wait, no, it's the shade range, right? I don't know, I haven't tried that much from Nude Sticks, but feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below. Wednesday, March 31st, we've got some very exciting K-beauty on this day, and a lot of it. Let's start with this first. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. I actually love this. This is a slightly grippy face primer in a way that is close to Milk, but my problem with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, I felt like that gripped my skin in a way that exacerbated dryness. Like, you don't want too much grippiness if you have issues with flaking skin or dryness, right? Whereas this kind of tones it down a bit, keeps it a little more creamy. This is actually an amazing grippy primer without being too grippy. I still do like the Wet n Wild primer if you're on a much tighter budget. Well, this will be 18. 18 versus 7, that's still a really good option, not as grippy, though this one is definitely a grippy primer. 50% off the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. Oh, I know some people love this. And $26. See, that is what I was talking about in my haul on Wednesday when I said Aveeno has to do better than a $25 drugstore moisturizer. $26 for Peter Thomas Roth. One thing I don't like about this, and I will forever bring this up, is that they say 30% hyaluronic acid cream. No, it's not. No, it's not 30%. 4% hyaluronic acid is almost a solid in nature. Can you imagine 30%? These companies get away with that because it's actually a complex that they're referring to, so they've paired the hyaluronic acid with some other humectant ingredients and they're able to say 30%, but it's just really misleading. Then people think, oh, I love 30% hyaluronic levels. See, I don't like that because it's very misleading, and it's part of why, skincare just ends up being such a complex mystery to so many people, and this kind of stuff contributes to it. The reality is you need very low levels of ingredients like hyaluronic and pretty much every other active. Most of your skincare is water. And that's fine, you wouldn't ever want to go too high with some of these ingredients, like retinol, for example. You don't want a 10% retinol. I've been wanting to try this for so long. Maybe this will be when I finally go for it. Yeah, it does look nice. Ceramides, of course, hyaluronic. Lots of fermented ingredients in here, so probably quite nice for brightening and hydrating. St. Tropez Self-Tan Purity Bronzing Water Face Mist. I have used a self-tanner. I used a self-tanner once in my life because I had a movie set where I had to have tan skin. So I came in for the initial interview, and they said, well, you're perfect for this role, but we need you to tan. It is not easy to self-tan. It is not. Imagine if the first time you ever self-tanned was also when you were featured in a movie that a lot of you have probably seen. I'm not going to tell you about that role. It's not that it was terrible. It's just that it was almost terrible. We have so much K-beauty. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Throw me a good beauty break, Ulta, and I will buy all of it. Okay, let's see. Let's get the Arborian over with first. So we have the Bare Skin Perfector and the travel size. I'm most tempted by the travel size just because I don't have experience with this, and it's exciting to see a travel size in the sale. $10 and I'll get to try it. This sounds nice. Skincare makeup hybrid with Korean white ginseng, silicone free and non-tinted. So maybe this will be kind of like the Becca Virtual foundation. Immediately, the formula smooths, blurs, and illuminates. In 7 days, your bare skin looks transformed. This sounds wonderful. I don't know, maybe I'll buy the full size to start. It's a nice size. The full size, which will be under 20 in the sale, is 1.4 ounces. And then from CosRX, oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot believe how good this line is. The Propolis line is incredible. So I would say my favorite is probably the toner. I'll link my video where I tried these on, but just so you know, I use a cotton pad. You don't need one. It just pours right into your hand. It's a viscous enough toner. It's beautiful. It's really nice. I already do own the full size of that, thankfully. That's a good one. The light cream is also really nice. It is not as light as you would expect from the name. It is surprisingly thick. And then the ampoule is nice too. I do think I'm probably not going to buy the ampoule in this sale. And the sole reason for that is because in that step where I would use that ampoule, I'd rather use the CosRX Snail Serum or the Benton Propolis and Snail Essence. I just feel it's a better fit for my skin. But truly, all three of them are really good products. And just so you know, I sometimes see in the Korean skincare communities, people say not to buy the products from Ulta. I agree with that until these type of sales. At 50% off, that is a very competitive price. Better than YesStyle, better than Stylovana, better than all of the Korean retailers. That's the time to get those from Ulta. We have quite a few items from Hanskin in this sale. We have the Hyaluron Skin Essence, will be $12.50. That is an incredible price on this. It's a really beautiful hyaluronic essence, so it does give you some instant hydration in your skincare routine with no added fragrance, no added any nonsense, very straightforward. But we also have their Moisture Cream, Bubble Pop Cleanser, and Exfoliating AHA Treatment. Let me know if any of you have experience with these, because based on my experience with the Essence, which I do think is a great product, I feel like these will all be nice products. Thursday, April 1st, my birthday month, so I will get 2x points on any items I decide to purchase. 50% off the KKW Beauty lip liners. So I haven't tried these, but I'm going to be honest with you. I like what I've tried from KKW Beauty. It's so funny. I know that there's a lot of people who don't like the Kardashians. My thing is I don't know much about them. I say that a lot, and then people come into my comment section and give me Kardashian facts so I can go forward saying I do know about them. And none of it sticks. I think it's really, I don't want to know anything about the Kardashians. I think I don't want to store that information. I got other stuff I gotta store. For context, we watched a hippopotamus documentary the other day, and it was just as good as you think it was. I choose to store hippopotamus facts and not to store Kardashian facts. I can't have both. I got limited memory in my brain. Anyway, they're probably nice. $6. $6 is a great price. Let me know if any of you have tried it. 50% off the First Aid Beauty Fab Start Travel Set. Did any of you grab the Trend Mood First Aid Beauty box? That was such a good deal. Oh my gosh. So this one has the face cleanser and the Ultra Repair Cream. Both of those are really nice products. First Aid Beauty, we've talked about before in this series, correct? They're really great for more sensitive skin types. The Derma Blend powders. I tried the original a while ago. It didn't stick for me. I tend to like slightly tinted powders, so maybe the tinted ones are nice. I just haven't tried them. 50% off Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion and Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. I tried these ages ago. The microdermabrasion is nice. It's a physical exfoliator, but it's not too harsh. I don't think it's too harsh. Certainly not a walnut type of scrub. It's much more fine particles. The Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. I don't actually remember much about that. I think I had a tiny sample of that one. Friday, April 2nd, we have the Tarte Face Tape, which I actually really like. I was wearing this in Wednesday's video, if you want to see. I wear shade Fairlight Sand, which is actually a really good match for me. Not quite the perfect undertone, but a good enough match. It's another one of these kind of much more full coverage foundations that's still flattering on your skin. It's especially relevant if you deal with acne. I have acne, and a lot of full coverage foundations, they just kind of draw attention to any breakouts. I feel like both this and the Pure do not do that. So I'm kind of liking it feels like the newer generation of full coverage foundations. It feels like they're just doing a much better job at making those. It may not have the best wear time though. I will say that. I think it wears well enough for me. I do have dry skin though. If you are quite oily, it may not have the best wear time for you. And I say that only because I ended up wearing it a very long time, and it actually did kind of start to fade, which surprised me. Full coverage and fading, those words usually don't go together. Rest assured, that was too long of a day. I was awake too long that day. It lasted just fine for 10, 12-ish hours. Okay, exuviance, we have the Performance Peel. So I tried this a long time ago. Did I forget this brand also in my re-reviewing? I think I did. It's probably because this was actually the only product that really stood out to me. 25% blend of AHAs and PHAs. And I think what's going on with this, I think it actually is a bit more of those PHAs, I suspect. It doesn't feel too strong. It does not feel too strong, and yet it is very potent. I will be completely honest with you though, I don't see myself buying this again. Two reasons for this. First of all, the Dr. Dennis Gross Peel is a better fit for my acne-prone skin. I think this is a better fit for sensitive skin. But also, for me, I really enjoyed the Stratia Mandelic. It's possible that might not be strong enough though, so that's certainly something to keep in mind. It's always something to keep in mind when watching anyone talk about skincare but where is their skin when they tried said product. So I unquestionably think this is stronger than the Stratia, but the Stratia is a good maintenance product. That's what I would say. Let's take a look at this Pure Retinol Correcting Peel. I'm not really a big fan of retinol peels because you don't need retinol in a peel. Retinol can be left on. Oh my gosh, you only get 6? You only get 6 for $72 at retail? This better be darn good. Let's see what they say. 0.3% high-strength stabilized pure retinol. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that they actually tell you the true percentage. 0.3, believe it or not, is intermediate. The exact same level in the number 7 retinol that I talk about way too much. 10% citrophyll, I don't even know what that is. Whoa, oh my gosh, this is such a simple ingredients list. Alcohol is the first ingredient, which not everybody likes to see, but it does increase the penetration of the retinol. Penta-erythritol tetraethyl hexanoate. Let me give you a tip for any of you who really want to get into skincare. Learn chemistry nomenclature because it will give you so much insight into ingredients that you may not have seen before. You will know some things about them. Penta-erythritol tetraethyl hexanoate. This is going to be a molecular chunk. So maybe it's part of citrophyll, maybe it's a humectant or emollient blend meant to sit on the surface of your skin. This doesn't look worth the price to me. Just personally, it doesn't. Just go with the number 7 retinol. I know I'm such a broken record, but I really love that one. 50% off the Stila One-Step Correct Kitten Correcting and Brightening Primer. Wait, did we change the name of this? When did this become Kitten? I used to have this a while ago. I think it's kind of a little bit gimmicky of a product because that's not the way color correcting works. You don't throw a bunch of colors together and then splash them on your skin and now your skin is color corrected. But it's a nice primer. I just don't think it's a color correcting primer. 50% off the Estee Lauder Radiant Skin Repair and Renew Kit. This is a cute kit. I can never say bad things about Estee Lauder because I truly had a good experience with their products. I understand why a lot of people stick with them. They're very cosmetically elegant and they do make a difference in your skin. It's funny because I know Estee Lauder is not super popular right now, but there's a reason. It's kind of like with Bare Minerals. There's a reason that people who used them years ago are still using them today. Another app exclusive. I don't like these app exclusives, y'all. We can't get cash back with them. You genuinely have to check out in the app. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Vava Plump Shiny Liquid Lipstick. I did not like that at all. That went all over my face. And the BFF Full-On Plumping Lip Polish. Saturday, April 3rd, the last day of the sale, we finally have Brow Wiz again. I use this again today, not that it matters since I did intentionally do 90s style brows. It's coming back eventually. The one potential con with these is I know a lot of people say they have broken off the spoolie end. Personally, I haven't. I guess I must be more gentle than I realized. I perceive myself as a little bit of a harsh makeup applicator. I am an applicator. Alice, the doe foot applicator. But yeah, no, somehow I've never done it, but I know it's a common issue. It's interesting. I feel like these last longer than the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I think it's a little less creamy, so yeah, it actually does last longer. Benefit Rollerlash. You know, I broke out a sample of this today. Bless all the Ulta gifts with purchase. That's how I'm able to do these videos. It's actually a good mascara. It's funny because wasn't I just griping about Benefit mascaras? Oh yes, I certainly was, but it's a good one. It's got the plastic bristle tip, but it's also a bit of a curved shape, so it does help with lifting your lashes. And y'all, I'm gonna have to get into curling my own eyelashes. I don't do it. I still don't do it. If I'm gonna keep using Grande Lash, I have got to. I think I need to invest in the Uoma eyelash curler. That's what everyone tells me. But for all these years, all these many years on this planet, I have used the lifting type of mascaras that don't really curl, but they help to lift your lashes. And that's one of them. It's a really good mascara. 50% off Dermalogica Age Smart Multivitamin Power Firm. What the what? This has ascorbic acid in it? That's my fear. That is my fear in eye creams. I'm assuming it's still a high pH though. Your eye area actually has a slightly higher pH than the rest of your skin. Silicone acts as a protective barrier and provides a glossed over look. I mean, it's probably fine. I'm sure if you enjoy it, it's probably fine. I think it's a little bit expensive for what it is. And then finally, Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pad. So again, I tend to prefer a toner, and like I said in Monday's video, I prefer to use a reusable cloth pad. Okay, maximum strength 2% salicylic. I do believe that would be a 2% salicylic. I don't believe the 10% is actually 10% glycolic though, because there's that word complex, and how many of you remember the Poochie complex? If you don't, hi, welcome to the channel. I'll link you an educational video. Ooh, high in alcohol though. That's something that a lot of people will not like to see, but like I said with the Exuviance product, it helps to increase absorption. So yeah, I'll personally pass on that, but I know a lot of people swear by those. And that is it. We have come to the end of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Believe it or not, we actually have a video on sales next Saturday because it's almost time for the Sephora VIB sale. I'm ready for the VIB sale. I have held off so much from purchasing from Sephora. I think I've only spent $90 this whole year. I'm ready for the VIB sale, very ready for it, and I've got my thoughts that will all be coming next week. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.